I used to live in this house where I had a small balcony in the back, actually like in the film, and the balcony was looking down to a garden. And I had just moved into this place just a few weeks, and there was a very nice lady who had a nice tree with some fruits on it, and she would hang her laundry. And at some point we would just chat a little bit about the weather, just a small chit-chat. And she gave me some fruits from her tree. And whenever we were on this balcony, we were both very stripped from our identity, actually, because we were both wearing our pajamas or home clothes. And we never really questioned or talked any much further, but it was just a nice moment, and she would also just take her tea outside to the garden. And Turkish tea is a great part of the culture there. Wherever you go, people will give you a glass of tea. It's really like a gesture of friendship. So we would have some tea in the garden also. But just a few weeks later, after I moved there, for the first time I saw her on the street. But I almost didn't recognize her because she was wearing a full-body black burqa. So, and I was wearing sunglasses, and I also looked totally different than I was. I looked at home with makeup and this and that. So the first time we passed, we actually didn't greet each other because I think we just both didn't recognize. So later on, of course, once we saw each other more often, we started greeting. But just that moment of our first meeting on the street just really popped a lot of questions in my mind. And it was also during the period shortly before the Gezi protests where there was already a lot of tension in the air. And people were more starting to get a bit more polarized and started to become less understanding towards each other's differences. So this incident made me write the scenario of Camouflage on actually the moment when you strip down our political identities, we can all get along, and we really had a nice friendship going on in this garden. So of course the story changed. It's not as it was exactly on real life, but it was inspired by this happening.